What's up, everybody? Thank you for stopping by the channel. Today we are doing, yes, I'm gonna say it, another puff video. Why? This is a special video because I am going to be retrying out the infamous WALAKUT puff. Okay, I am going to be trying it out. Those of you who have not seen my other video where I struggled to get through the WALAKUT puff, go ahead and watch it. I'm gonna leave it up in a card. Go ahead and check it out before you watch this video so you'll go through all of the pain that I went through in order to get the results that I got today. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into the video right after this intro. Alright guys, so before we actually jump into the video, I just wanted to point out that when looking at my old video, I noticed that the temperature changed and the pressure changed based on the instructions that I currently see on Heat Transfer Warehouse website for the WALAKUT puff. So it went from 305 degrees down to 285 degrees as far as temperature on the heat press, and then it went from an even pressure to a medium to firm pressure. So they completely changed the instruction as far as the application instructions, which I think may have, helped with the results, which you'll see in a second. But you tell me in the comment section if you think that that's the case and that's the reason why the results are different this time. I'm glad I actually went back and looked at my old video, which you should go look at to see the struggle, but that could very well be the reason why the results are completely different from my last video to this video. Alright, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. We are giving the WALAKUT puff a second try. It is a new year, it's been some time. Maybe I've gotten better at this, right? But let's go ahead and jump right into it. I have already cut everything out right here, and the heat press is set at the recommended temperature of 285. We are going to press it down for 12 seconds. On the site, it says medium to firm pressure. So I'm actually not going to touch my little dial. For those of you who watch the channel, you already know that I hate messing with my pressure dial because it's not electronic, it's actually manual, so I have to do it myself. So I'm not going to touch it. Let's see how it goes. If I have to touch it, I will, but I'm going to try not to. With the Econo puff, I don't have to touch any of my stuff. So I'm hoping that this will work out the same way. We'll see. We all know how it happened the last time. Didn't work out so well. All right, let's go ahead and try to press this down, see what we get. Alrighty. Let's go in for a closer look, shall we? Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull it off. Okay, I'm feeling real good about this. Now, what I will say is, look at how it looks all weird. Now, like it looks ridgy, if that's a word for it. It looks real ridgy. It did puff up, but when we compare it to the Econo puff, it doesn't have all of that extra detail in it. Like, it doesn't look like that. And so I have the Econo puff here, and I'm gonna show you what it looks like. just so you can see. So the purple puff is the Econo puff, which we all know that I fully endorse and love. You know, it's not a paid promotion or anything like that. I just like it. I feel like it works better than the WALAKUT puff, and that it comes out better. Now, what I could try to do is use the same font, because I just want you to see how clean that is versus when you look at that, it's real ridgy, right? You can see that it has like a little pattern on it versus that right there. You know, it doesn't look like, I mean, it looks cleaner versus that. So, you know, I'm not sure. I will say that this came out a hell of a lot better than the last time. But what I think I'm gonna do is, to get a better perspective on this, I think I'm gonna try to do it with this kind of text and see if I get the same result as this, because I feel like this is an unfair test because the text width is different. So it'll be a minute for me, but it'll be seconds for you all. I am going to try this type of text to see if we get the same results with the WALAKUT as we do with the Econo. Okay guys, so I actually just went back to the website and read down in the instructions a little bit more. They said if you want to get a real 3D effect, to repress it at the same temperature for the same amount of time, not using the Teflon sheet. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now and see if it populates, like if it makes it better. Let's just try that before we try the same text with the Econo puff that I did. So let's go ahead and try that right now. Alright, so we repressed it again. Let's go in for a closer look. It looks slightly better. Let's take a look up close though. So taking a look up close, it still has that textured, weird texture going on inside of the letters, where it looks all crinkly, like it didn't do what it was supposed to do. So let's go ahead and try the thicker font like I did with the Econo puff down here. Let's go ahead and try that. Be back in a second. Alright guys, we are back, and like a flash, I have created the same text as the Econo puff versus the WALAKUT puff, which we're about to try now, to see if we can get the same clean text that we do with the Econo puff, okay? So let's go ahead and just lay this down. I'm gonna move it down just a tad. Temperature stayed the same, pressure stayed the same. I'm not changing anything. So temperature is 285, and we're doing it for 12 seconds, which is recommended on the site. And we're keeping the same pressure that I use for the heat transfer vinyl and the Econo puff to see if it works. All right, crossing my fingers. Let's give this a shot. All right, let's see. From the outside, it looks good, right? I'm gonna do the reveal a little closer. So from the outside, it looks like it did what we wanted it to do. But let me go ahead and peel it off so that we can see here. Now, it looks a little weird. However, I am going to press it again like they said, so we can see if it comes out pretty good. As you can see with that T, it's a little weird in there, so as well as the O. So I'm gonna go ahead and press it again, like they said press it, you know, to get an additional, you know, that extra oomph in the puff to see if it does anything. So take a mental note of that T, the S, that W looks a little weird. Just take a note of that. And I'm gonna go ahead and press it again to see if it comes out a little bit better. They say same time, same settings, don't change a thing, and it may come out better. So let's give it a shot. All right, that actually looks a bit better, guys. Look at that. Let's take a look here. Okay, look at that. That looks good. The T got better. The M got better. That T got better. The W got better. So it looks like you had to do it twice in order for it to kind of come out looking like something that it should be, but it still has a little bit of texture to it. So what I'm gonna do now is basically do a side-by-side close-up of the Econo puff versus the WALAKUT puff, just so you can see what it looks like. Okay guys, we are back. Now, I wanted to do a side-by-side of both puffs. Now, on this side we have the Econo puff. On this side we have the WALAKUT puff, okay? So, as you can see here, and I'm trying to give you the same letters so you can see. See how it's a bit textured here? A little bit of texture in there, right? Now, that's the W. I'm gonna go to the same W on the Econo puff. Look at how much cleaner that is, okay? It's way cleaner than the WALAKUT puff. The WALAKUT puff is a bit textured. And you can tell the difference. Like, I hope I'm capturing it like it should be on camera. But you can clearly see the texture in the WALAKUT puff versus no texturing in the Econo puff, which is great. I like this. Some people may like this, but I like this. I like not seeing the texture in it versus the texture. I mean, I like not seeing the texture versus seeing that texture in it. Just another up close of that W. If I can get it to zoom, there we go. And then this is the WALAKUT W. Very textured. Alright guys, if you've lasted this long, thank you for watching the video and walking through it with me every step of the way, trying to get this WALAKUT puff perfect. As you can see with our final results, my preference is still going to be the Econo puff. I just like the overall finishing look that it gives. Some of you may like the textured look that the WALAKUT puff allows you to have, but if I'm putting my money on it, I'm gonna go ahead and get the Econo puff. Number one, I don't have to change any of my settings for my heat press machine, so I don't have to adjust the pressure at all. Now, I will say that I did not adjust the pressure for the WALAKUT puff in this video, so that may have something to do with the actual textured look on the puff. I'm not sure, maybe, but you all know how I hate adjusting that pressure setting. So if I don't have to, I'm not gonna. So that also gives another check in the box for the Econo puff and why I am going to continue to use it in the stuff that I design and make. But if you guys are using the WALAKUT puff, share your stories with me. I'd love to hear if you have a new puff that you don't want to buy, that you want somebody to try. Go ahead and leave a comment below. I will try it out for you, tape it, and then show you so you can watch it and not waste your money, all right? Until the next one, guys, keep moving in time with time.
WALAKUT.